This is about Stoya and James Dean and his accusations. And what I want to say first is, the thing is, when rapists are exposed, some people want to defend them and be like, think of the good things about them. And like, think that, oh, this person can never do that. Especially with James Dean supposedly saying he was raped and assaulted, so that he can't do that himself. Well, first of all, he's been kind of abusive in some of his videos. But yeah, I used to be a fan of him, and I thought that, oh, those women probably consented to that, you know, and they wanted that to happen. But who really knows? You know, and like all of the people for his company are women, and they're defending him just so they can keep their job. They probably don't believe he's innocent. But yeah, if they were for him and they have nothing else going, that's why they're defending him. So I felt everything, unfelt everything that has to do with him online. Twitter, Tumblr, Snapchat, everything James Dean. I don't want to hear it. And if I ever see James Dean like in my timeline on Tumblr or Twitter or anything, I'm blocking the person who posted it. I don't have time for that shit. I've already had people say rude things on like Instagram and stuff when I went to defend Stoya and everything, and they're saying like, oh, he's innocent and all this shit, and I just block them. You know, and delete their comment. It's just a waste of time. And just because a lot of women are accusing him doesn't mean that they're making it up. Like, some of them are scared and hiding forever, you know? And like, they come forward now because other people have come forward. They know that they're not alone. Maybe they just thought it was them or blame themselves, because victims blame themselves a lot. Obviously, James Dean doesn't believe safe words and is guilty to prove innocent. Number one, they didn't take it to court because they're porn stars and they won't rule in their favor, probably. Number two, rape victims never get justice. Number three, like, they're probably not gonna win. You know, like just with Bill Cosby, like all those women came forward. Like after one came forward, more came forward because they were know someone was on their side and they didn't have to blame themselves and maybe think that it was only them. So far besides Stoya, 7 other women have accused James Dean and he hasn't posted online, and he lost like over 19,000 followers or something in like less than a week, which is good, but like he should like lose his whole company and everything, not just followers. The thing is, there's this article of Kate Cross I was reading, and she said that videos are still on the website, Trenchcoat, Stoya's website, of James Dean performers because it's under contract, and then the moderators of the site are making them keep it up. They can't do anything about it. But they're never working with him again. No, a lot of companies aren't working with him. A lot of porn moms on Tumblr refuse to like post anything about him anymore until he's proven innocent. And basically it's messed up because like people are just taking his side because they think he seems like a good guy. It doesn't help his case he looks like Ted Bundy, the serial killer. But James Dean is like, I don't get it. You're like a really probably porn star. You want to earn your career by violating consent and safe words. There's so many women in that industry and in the real world who will fuck you. Why do you have to rape someone? I don't get it. It's like ridiculous, and I don't believe anything he says anymore. I don't want to hear about him. Fuck him. I really hate him, and I don't want to hear anything about him ever again. Unless it's someone getting justice against him. Another thing I really hate is that people are going to be like attacking people that support the people. But you know, they're accusing him. When I like defend Stoya or something, like I could just delete that and block it, and like a few people like and forget him, nothing ever happened. But she can't do that because she has a lot of haters, and like, you know, it's maybe for her. She can't just turn on the computer and it goes away because he raped her, and that's not going away. Here's a lot of people, like nobodies, are accusing him of rape. Like Lily LeBeau or something, she just did that the other day. She's the 8th woman to accuse him, and this was on set. She said that he violated her on set, not behind curtains, like not behind closed doors. And Stoya, she has lots to lose too. Let's say she's lying. Stoya's lying, she's really gonna be fucked. She's gonna make rape victims look like shit. She's gonna be a fake feminist. And obviously, if she's lying, people won't want to work with her because they'll be like, you'll just accuse me of rape too. So men won't want to work with her. And that looks bad on her part. And she seems like an intelligent woman, and then she can't lose that. I mean, she like the woman that was alone in New York. She's not gonna like waste her time making false accusations. You know, she was online to do it because the court system won't give her justice, and she doesn't want to go through that. And I would be the same way. You know, I've taken criminal justice. I'm majoring in it. I think I know. So he's made a lot of women feel like that, or just been abusive, not even raped them. And you can tell in some of his movies that he's been abusive. He's an abusive guy, it seems. His real name's Brian. I know he's been called that, but fuck you, Brian. Brian Sevilla, James Dean, whatever, whoever you really are, fuck you. And then there's an ex of his that was like kind of abused by him, Joanna Angel, and she's been with him for a long time. And I think she would know best. She's dated him. She really knows the guy. The general public doesn't. We should take her story and those other women's stories and never blame the victim and take their side until they're proven guilty. And even if any of them took it back, it would just mean that they're probably scared of like someone forcing them to go to court, or they're just scared and they take it back even though it still did happen. That happens a lot. Just, it's so frustrating. And Stoya's tweets can be found like anywhere online. She didn't delete them either. That like thing when you go online and you see that the guy that raped you as a feminist, that thing sucks. And I just can't not and smile when people bring up his name anymore. James Dean fucked me down, held me down, break me. You know, I used my safe word. He wouldn't stop. If they go to court, they're gonna make the whole porn industry look bad, baby, because they're gonna make it look like all people in the industry are rapists, and they're not. And he was a shitty boyfriend to Johnny, he was a shitty boyfriend to Stoya. I think we should take their word for it because they know him and we don't. We've never met him, even if we have, we don't really know him. And just because a lot of women do scenes with him and have sex because they get money and they give consent doesn't mean he's not a rapist. Just because a lot of women have given him consent to have sex, and they're mainly doing it for the money. Okay? It's just bullshit. She like, her stuff finally cracked her that she couldn't take anymore. I should tell him that I'd probably do the same. There's another woman that could be at his hands being quiet. And if I kept quiet, I just couldn't do that. She said in an article online. And then she said she stands with other people like Christy Mack, who's violated by John Copenhaver. He almost killed her. He's a piece of shit. He's in jail now. And he still tweets and stuff, which is bullshit. Like, he gets so many rights in prison. You know? Like, whatever. Like, that's bullshit. You abuse someone and you get a nice life in prison, you get to go on the internet. It's bullshit. And like, John Copenhaver practically killed Christy Mack. And he's a piece of shit. He almost tried to kill himself. I wish he would have done it, committed successfully in prison before they stopped him. But yeah, he's a piece of shit too. And James Dean has abused some girls too. Like, you know how Christy Mack was abused by her ex, John Copenhaver? And I just can't stand to picture James Dean, especially with Stoya anymore. I hate seeing that shit on Tumblr sometimes. And Tory Lux, Ashley Fires, Amber Rain, Cora Peters, Nikki Blue, Lily Bew, and a woman running as TM, which is anonymous, have accused James Dean. Porn company's severe ties and website The Frisky killed his column forever. Fans raised his GIFs from Tumblr. A sex toy in his likeness was pulled from production. Joanna Angel spoke on December 2nd using a radio appearance to accuse Dean of assaulting her and saying she thought, "I'm going to die." This is the first time there have not been so many women coming up with one person, but so many people are having this conversation. We don't want to talk about it. Everyone thinks it's already happening. We're doing sex work. We don't want to talk about having been assaulted. The stereotypes that all sex workers are assaulted. They said he was like saying feminist, he was calling himself a feminist, then he said, "I'm not a feminist, I never said that." And he made a lot of porn or romance, like rape jokes and stuff. Oh, it's so surprising. Someone that makes rape jokes is a rapist. No, not surprising there. Which I didn't know. Because supposedly he was doing this back in 2011, 2012, 2013. I didn't become a fan of his until 2014. And so I didn't know he was saying those rape jokes and stuff. If I would have known that, I never would have liked him. For example, there's this woman, like, I kind of agree with someone, she says she wrote a book too, Shelley Lovin, I think her book is about, like, exposing the porn industry. I can't remember what it's called, but you can find it online. It's her only book. And yeah, a lot of women are violated and do sex acts, forced to do them that they were never agreed to, forced to have unprotected sex. And yeah, she's right about some things, but you know, I'm not going to take everything that Shelley Lovin says, because she seems to want to push her Christian agenda into saying why everything about porn industry is bad. But some of the things she says does make sense though, you know. And she used to be a porn star, so I think she can kind of know. So basically all this probably won't go to court, and people will still like him and he'll still have fans, but he should be more worried about possibly going to jail and losing all his money and being homeless again. And yeah, he's sick. I think he should not. Like, I supposedly has a girlfriend right now. I don't know why they make his way to jail. She has her own company going for her. She's probably more well off than James Dean is. She has like 2 companies. Like, yeah, she went. There's so little of a chance she's lying. It shouldn't take a rape accusation to prove that sex workers can be raped, said Chelsea G. Summers, the porn star. This all makes sense to me. And everyone should stand with stoya until James Dean's very innocent, which probably won't happen. People, saying that stoya's wrong. But then she fights back and says, it's not just a porn problem. It's not an entertainment problem. It's easy to look at Bill Cosby. Oh, access. For him, no. Rape happens everywhere. Which is true. And he just, I don't care. I don't want to talk about him, and anyone who wants to try to say something negative on this video is going to be blocked. Yeah, he said a lot of stuff. Let me see if I could find his sexist tweets and read them. Because I had no idea of this before when I started following him. Supposedly he did this a few years ago. James Dean doesn't just rape, he likes to hurt women. That's what one woman said. I don't know who she is. I don't know, I'll just try to type in on Google James Dean sexist tweets. I can't find anything. Wait, here's something. This woman had a hilarious response to that man's sexist tweets. I think this is James Dean from BuzzFeed. First link I found. I probably deleted this tweets, but you can find somewhere online. I suppose he would say like, oh, it's only rape if they like cry out. I can't find it, but yeah, I can't find anything about it, but maybe if you dig up old tweets you'll find it. But I heard that James Dean said a lot of like sexist tweets, and some people have proof of that. But if I would have known it or seen them, I would have unfollowed him a long time ago, but I never did see them. And he is just, sounds horrible. So yeah, try to like yourself, but it's very real. People have said that, like, he says sexist things in his tweets, and people that worked for him don't understand why people are so obsessed with him, and I guess I can agree. I was brainwashed, and I don't like him anymore. Yeah, but if as long as people are willing to work with him, as long as he's not taken to court, he'll just keep doing, like, he'll still be successful. Maybe not as much as he used to be, but yeah, I'd really worry about him. If I was like alone on the streets, I wouldn't want to be him. So as long as people are willing to work with him, then he'll be okay. But just saying I don't violate slave limits, you can just say whatever to make him look good. He has like a charming smile, just like Ted Bundy. That guy was psycho and insane. He was a rapist and a killer. The only difference between James Dean is James Dean just didn't actually kill, but he's a rapist, like Ted Bundy. So yeah, leave a comment.